Hey folks, how's it going? This video we're going to be talking about server power supply units for mining and why you should maybe use a server power supply unit for mining. Anyway, my personal rig setup, let me show you it. It's just over here. I'll adjust. I'll adjust the camera. As you can see, sorry, I should be speaking into the mic. As you can see from this setup, there are two server power supply units hooked up to these three 1080 Ti's, GeForce 1080 Ti's. I've also got just a normal power supply unit as well, and they're all powered off of this IEC cable. It's a 3-into-1 cable, which is quite cool because let me just get the camera around here, because it means I just need to press one button and power everything on. So why am I using server power supply units for my mining rig? Well, I read an article a little while back on server power supply units for mining, and I've come to the conclusion basically that it just makes a lot more sense to have a server power supply unit. Now, there's a few reasons for that. The first reason is because server power supply units, unlike desktop power supply units, are meant to they've been designed to be on all the time. They've been designed to be in a server. Servers are powered on and they're on all the time, whereas desktop PSUs aren't. So from a fire safety type situation, that's why I prefer the server power supply units. But that's not the main reason. That's just a sort of safety concern that I've got more than anything else. The main reason that I go with server power supply units is because of the efficiency and the price. So the efficiency of a server power supply unit, these two that I've got here in this system, they're both 750 watts, but they're platinum rated efficiency. So in the server, in your power supply unit market, you've got the 80 plus certification. It starts at bronze and goes all the way up to titanium. Now, I'll flash up on the screen a little graph in relation to that, but looking at that graph, or that table, sorry, you'll find that the platinum ones are the sort of best bang for buck. It gives you a good efficiency, round about 90% efficiency, and you don't have to pay over the odds. If you buy a platinum based power supply unit, desktop based power supply unit, you find you'll be paying over the odds. They're quite expensive at the moment, and the reason they're expensive is because there's so many miners now that are getting into this game, into the crypto mining. I'm one of them as well. So how do we work around that? We go with the server power supply units. They're a lot cheaper than the desktop equivalents, and as I said, they're designed to be on all the time. So that's why I like to use them. I do realize that if I ever come to sell my mining rig, then I might, the power supply units maybe won't have as great a resale value, but that's not going to be the main things in there. These 1080 Ti's that I've got in here, they're still going to continue to have some of the retail value. And the other thing just to mention on the server power supply units is the fact that it was quite difficult to get all the kit together for them. That's the only, you're getting a better price, but actually getting everything together, getting hooked up to your graphics card is a little bit more difficult. The reason for that, I don't know if you can see, but at the back of the power supply unit, there's basically a breakout board that's plugged in. So this is like some sort of thing that has been designed in China, and you put your PCI cables into that breakout board. Man, I wish my camera could move over a little bit more. And that basically powers your graphics card. The problem, oh man, it's a bad video. The problem though is actually getting the breakout boards at a good price and getting all the cables. The issue with the cables is the fact that they've got their male connections into the breakout board, and it's also a male connection into your graphics card. And you'll find that most desktop power supply units, it's just a female to male connection. That's the cable that you get. So finding a male to male PCI cable is quite a difficult task online. Luckily, I've written a whole sort of resource guide on both server power supply units and cables. can find it on the website. The website is mindtothemax.com. Just Google that, type in the address, and you should be able to get there, and you'll find some information about that. But that's like my main tip for today, for this week, in regards to server power supply notes, why I use them. I'd love to hear maybe why you use them or why you don't use them, why you're maybe still using a desktop power supply note. I do see some of the benefits of desktop power supply notes where the cabling's a lot easier to get hold of. That's definitely one advantage. But you're going to be paying over the odds. And they're usually not as efficient. So, I lean towards these. And that's the other thing with these. They're much easier to get hold of. The aftermarket server market is huge in places like eBay. There's a lot of used parts that you can get cheaply in regards to servers. And the reason for that is because companies refresh their servers every 3 to 5 years. So they just sell the old kit online and it ends up in places like eBay. So that's the little tip for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next video. I'll have another one out this time next weekend. Thanks, folks.